Hello there, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. It is the DOUG here once again, and we are back for more WWE 2K22 My Rise. We last left off, Ziggler was upset we beat him, so he challenged us to a match, and we chose 2 out of 3 falls. Can I successfully defend my United States Championship, or was Ziggler finally be able to prove it's his time? You know, his time should have been his time, it never got to be, so just shut up. Because we're going to discuss what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight because, well, it's pretty much been talked about all over Twitter. WWE released a statement, which I think it's the first time they ever released a statement. And I say I'm facing Ziggler and I hear his old theme song, I am perfection. So give your best shot and all you got, put it on. Some things are exactly what they seem. And I will find the things you stream. Go check the scores again. I'm on a perfect 10. They broke the mold when they made me. They saw perfection. Perfection. But we didn't see a six-woman match tonight.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we know it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. And here comes the all-American. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You're gonna drink some Evan Williams apple. Gonna wash it, eat it with a thing of pizza, because I'm an American and I'm big and fat. I am a real American. Hamburgers and beer all the way. I am a real American. Give me a burger and a large order of fries. And here comes Mr. Show Off.
The dirtiest of dogs. The Show Off.
If he's a dirty dog, he needs a bath.
On the entire WWE roster.
Of course, there was an update for this game today that gave you a lot of the wrestlers that were in my faction / my rise, so you get to play as them now.
Not about showing off anymore for Dolph Ziggler because he believes he's accomplished everything he needs to in WWE, and he's right. One of WWE's most accomplished superstars, a multi-time world champion, multi-time intercontinental champion, multi-time tag team champion. Is there anything Dolph Ziggler can't do?
Main event a pay-per-view.
He has truly proven himself.
Because that ain't gonna happen. Because this is a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Is on the line tonight in a matchup between the defending U.S. champion and a past champion looking to regain.
Win this match, you have to win. You have to win 2 falls.
Dolph Ziggler to talk his way into a rematch he doesn't even deserve. Dolph can talk, I'll give you that, but he can fight like hell too. The United States champion better be ready for a war tonight.
War was is a good for absolutely nothing. And I watched Raw tonight. It looks like we're going to see Cody and Seth face off again in a Hell in a Cell match this time. So, wonder what they're going to do with that because Cody's still relatively back. I don't know if they're going to want him to lose already. Particularly since they're also hyping Money in the Bank up, and he's the poster boy for that. I don't think a third loss in a row will hurt Seth. Seth's done it already. If you're trying to build up Cody, you probably have to have him win again.
Any signs of resistance. Dolph's got to find a way to defend himself.
Of course, we're going to discuss the one thing that happened on Raw tonight with the women's tag team. Probably a little bit later on in the video. I did complete the 3 daily challenges for my faction today, so that was a positive.
atomic drop. Pow. And the center.
Go for the pin.
Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Huh. It's unexpected. Ziggler sold that apparently.
Oh, kick
It's not
right
expecting
to the
him
gut.
to.
Another one. Clothesline. Nice combo. And Ziggler is
To be honest, I was not expecting him. I thought he was going to
Dolph's
kick out.
having trouble
Apparently,
assessing the
Ziggler's like, I
situation.
don't want to kick out. I quit.
Ziggler intercepts.
Dolph managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Yeah, Ziggler's survival instincts are taking over. The Crimson Mask is now being worn by Dolph Ziggler after
Oh,
that.
Ziggler's been busted open. Look at all that pretty blood.
Draped over the top rope, nasty right hand.
This has disastrous potential.
Incoming!
Power slam from way up high. A bad place to be for the challenger.
Might as well work on the
At this stage of the
midsection.
match, they are clearly starting to feel the effects of this back and forth.
Now, I want to do the spear.
Lining it up.
Spear, 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 spear. Spear time. Whee! And hit the hamburger drop.
Big splash. The champ will stay champ. The champion retains.
Hamburger drop. Oh, yeah.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, the Total Package, Doug Barrett.
No other way to put it, guys. That was kind of a butt kicking.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all...
Of course, we go from Ziggler's thing to Bobby. Woo! Glorious. Oh, I won't give in until I'm victorious. I will defend. Bow, 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 bow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Glorious. Oh, I won't give in until I'm victorious. I will defend, and I'll do what I must. And I won't give in, because I'm so glorious. And that completes that storyline, the showing off. That puts me back to a heel, and I don't really want to be a heel at the moment. Another loss for Hugh Ziggler, at least you're consistent. Yep, so we got one storyline we can do now, and of course it is Buddy Murphy wants me to help the Monday Night Messiah. And since we're going to be doing the heel face thing, well, you know what? Yeah, because we can always come back and do the heel stuff later. I'm not a disciple of anyone. I don't buy into any of your greater good BS. I can't believe you would turn down the opportunity to stand beside me, Ali, Theory, and most of... Oh, learn from the Monday Night Messiah. You're going to regret that decision when you face me in the ring tonight. Honorary disciple. Let's confirm that story, yeah. Dream that I had it all. None sound I won't let go. I did find it weird that Raw opened up with a cage match tonight. That made no sense. That should have been the either the semi-main or the main event, but we may as well talk about the elephant in the room. Originally, the main event tonight was supposed to be a 6-woman match. Winner faces Belair at Hell in a Cell. It was going to be Naomi, Sasha Banks, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. Unfortunately, that didn't go to plan. Because apparently Banks and Naomi walked out of Raw tonight and made it a one-on-one match between Asuka and Becky Lynch, and Asuka did eventually win thanks to the Green Mist, even though Becky kind of was going to use a weapon first, so kind of tit for tat there. But first thing first, I feel sorry for Doudrop and Nikki Ash because they were going to be in the main event. That would have been nice for them. I don't think they would have won it, but it would have been nice for them to be in the main event. And I do feel sorry for the fans who were there in attendance tonight for Raw, and sorry for the fans who are Naomi and Sasha Banks fans as well, because they didn't get to see them. That's kind of unfortunate. Yes, I know the card is subject to change, but here's the thing. WWE released a statement right after that broke that they walked out. So I don't know if this is a walk by WWE or not. If it is a walk, I got to give them props because it's probably going to fool a lot of people. But if it's not a walk and it's a legit thing that's going on, that's going to make things interesting because everyone's going to now think, oh, is Naomi and Sasha Banks going to get fired, suspended, or what?
The disciple has arrived. One of the most dynamic athletes in WWE.
Murphy's not even in the company.
Of the Messiah.
And his opponent from Melbourne, Australia.
And we'll get to the statement in a minute.
The Monday Night Messiah seemed poised to add another devoted disciple to his flock, but things
Oh shit, Disciple's pissed.
on Monday Night Raw.
They sure can, Cole. Murphy's opponent's about to learn just how fast.
A quick cover.
What the hell?
Oh, kick out.
It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
Murphy trying to go for the wing whip.
Puts a stop to Murphy. Oh, the old taste of pain.
I'll read the statement after the match. That way, in case Mr. Jones comes in or Falco.
Using his body as a weapon.
Right in there.
Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
Bad predicament.
Thought he would have reversed it.
He's lost some of his win now.
It's the pizza over.
You gotta be kidding me! Showing absolutely no apprehension to putting one's body on the line.
Oh shit, Murphy reversed that. Murphy's not playing around.
Pays off.
A counter answered by another counter.
Walk on the legs. Sweep the legs, Johnny.
Trying to debilitate the capability to stand.
Murphy can't find a foothold in this match.
Any chance for Murphy's offense is being trampled.
Powerbomb. Climbs back into the ring.
No, he wasn't. How did he climb? Michael Cole, how did he climb back into the ring? Seriously.
Big boot over the top and hit the floor hard. This match is no.
High risk cross body. That is the
Some were
attitude of a
born to
daredevil.
fly.
The ability to take risk with minimal trepidation.
No fear, absolute reckless abandon.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Good grief.
Turn your lights out.
Bust his head open.
Consecutive attacks have him reeling.
He's got to reevaluate his approach at this point.
False man slam.
Slam. Will that keep Murphy grounded?
I'm making Murphy tap out. Screw that.
Check out the torque on the back. He's got it locked in.
After all that punishment, he had
Tappa,
no
tappa,
choice
tappa.
but to tap out. And this one is over.
Here is your winner, the Total Package.
Thought it would have been jumped by Ali or Theory at that point.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
But let's read the statement now from WWE.
Suspense. This one would
Released earlier after Banks and Naomi left Raw. As I listen to King Booker's theme. Alright, this is officially from WWE statement. When Sasha Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were in front of the petition in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. During the broadcast, they walked into WWE Head of Talent Relations John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on the desk, and walked out. They claimed they weren't respected enough as tag team champions. Even though they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, they claimed they were uncomfortable in the ring with two of their opponents. They had matches with those individuals in the past with no consequences. Monday Night Raw is a scripted live TV show whose characters are expected to perform the requirements of their contract. We regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. Now, here's my thing. Who are the two opponents in question? Because out of the four, you had Asuka and Becky. You know, I have never really heard anyone we have any complaints on the dirt sheets from other wrestlers. And then it was Doudrop and Nikki Ash, and Nikki Ash has never had complaints. Never really see anyone complain about Doudrop either, so I don't know who. I would love to know more info. Now, I do agree with to a degree with what Banks and Naomi in the sense of, you know, they are the women's tag team champions, but they don't. They feel like they got disrespected, and I can get that. You know, but unfortunately, let's be honest here. The women's tag team division does not exist because they end up breaking them up half the time. Rena Ripley and Liv Morgan broke up. Seems like you might be breaking up Natalya and Baszler. So who do you have left? When you at least you first started the women's tag team division, you had a few women's tag teams. But now you really don't, so I don't expect... I'm surprised they still have the belts. I mean, you have plenty of women's tag teams in NXT, but not on the main roster. Also, so I get where they were coming from on that one, and I would have fit them on that part where they felt like they got disrespected. But here's where I kind of have to side with WWE to a degree. It feels kind of like when Austin took his ball and went home in the sense of Austin was going to face Brock Lesnar on an episode of Monday Night Raw. Austin had no problem losing, but there was no build-up to it, no nothing like that. And he went home. I kind of feel like that's the same here, and I wish, even if Banks and Naomi were not comfortable doing what they were doing, or whoever would have won, rumor has it Naomi was supposed to win, but that's a rumor there. You could at least still did the match and then talked afterwards with management, all that, because there probably were fans of yours there, particularly little kids who wanted to see Banks or Naomi. So you kind of took that away from them, and that's why I have to agree that WWE's kind of in the right there. So this is kind of like a weird situation to me personally. I think both are kind of in the right. But we'll have to see what happens here. We'll see what happens with the tag team, women's tag team, and what happens with Naomi and Banks probably later on in the week. So probably pay attention to Twitter and all these Dutch sheets and WWE particularly, because who knows what's going to happen. But it will be interesting nonetheless. Alright, so it looks like Murphy is going off on Twitter. The pain that was inflicted on Doug Barrett is more appropriate than wins or losses. Sure, that's how you justify losing. You have a lot to learn and we have a lot to teach. First lesson, do not oppose the Monday Night Messiah. There will be repercussions facing the disciples Ali and 3 in a 2-on-1 match. Hey, Mandy Rose, is this legit? Very legit. The Monday Night Messiah has friends in high places. Oh, God. There are currently pathetic attempts at in the movement. They will be quickly and forcibly shut down. So you mean to tell me Mandy It doesn't surprise me. Mandy Rose as a GM would be a bitch. I'm not going to argue that. Now what's funny is Ali and Theory are teaming up in this game, but in real life they're feuding with each other more or less. I do think it's stupid I don't come out with the US Championship, but whatever.
And their opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds.
It's Austin Theory when he was a part of The Way.
Impressive young talent. the future of this business. Incredibly skilled. But
That I do
also
agree with you. He's probably the future of this business, and he's way more entertaining than the current person in the main event on SmackDown.
With Murphy set on proving the power of the Monday Night Messiah, Austin Theory and Mustafa Ali have been called in for this 2-on-1 handicap match.
Stop living in the past, Cole. The Monday Night Messiah.
I actually got to win the match. Oh, goodness.
WWE, and the future is now.
Sounds like someone's trying to get recruited to be Seth's next disciple.
Oh, what a forearm.
Looks like Kamala's going to help R-Truth win the 24/7 title from Dana Brooke, so...
What a choke slam.
But it's still just amazing me what happened tonight with Naomi and Banks. It's got everyone talking, so to me that's why I think it's a work, because it's got everyone talking. You know, it's kind of like with the MGF thing in a way. You know, because everybody thinks he's wanting to leave because of more money. I think that's a work more or less. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can admit that, but...
He's looking a little off balance.
Looks like the heightened action of this handicap match has caught up with him a little.
Ali at the mercy of his opponent.
And the WWE Universe needs to rally for Ali.
Got to find a way to get out of this. Straight impact on the throat. Stomping down.
Ooh, soccer kick in the back.
Just deadlifting right there. The power.
Superhuman.
I want to get Austin Theory again here. I want to beat him up a bit because he's caused me a lot of problems in my faction mode. Ow.
Mustafa Ali dodges.
Ah, jeez.
You should have tagged out, Mustafa.
By surprise. Broken clothesline. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Tag is made, and he's coming in hot.
Okay, I glitched into the rope somehow. What the hell? Ah, I still see there's some glitches, my glitches.
Double underhook. Down with the powerbomb.
No, their eyes.
The miss.
They're blind.
Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't
You don't need that hand out, Theory.
Oh, the human torture rack. Slam! He's getting a little battered now. Oh, God.
And he keeps his focus on an attack to that area.
Oh, slam, slam.
Does Theory have any fight left?
Has he put him away? That's a pretty big win.
Here is
The Monday Night
your
Messiahs can't beat me.
total package, John Barrett.
Now it's time to go get some
Victory from bell to bell.
Evan Williams apple.
Get the W and get out. Not a bad night's work, I'd say.
American. Apple alcohol. Because I never needed you at all. Somehow Doug Barrett keeps getting lucky. Worse, he's making the Monday Night Messiah angry. I wouldn't like him when he's angry. No, but that's not going to happen because Mandy Rose gives us another opportunity to prove our dominance. You're not going to face all of the disciples in a 3-on-1 match. What the hell? Cedric says, hold up. I'm tired of seeing Doug Barrett outnumbered every week. And since I got prior heat with all of you now, how about I even up the sides a bit and make it a 3-on-2? I like the idea, but Mandy Rose probably won't. Actually, I don't think it will make a difference at all. You're still going to lose, so it's fine with me. Hey, we can kind of revive the hood business. Instead of it being the hood business, now we're going to call it the we're going to call it the American business, because that's the American one. No, we're going to call it Team America 2.0. America, fuck yeah. Failure is what separates disciples from messiahs, but there has been too much failure lately. There needs to be a change now. The greater good. Why am I fearing I'm going to get backstabbed by Cedric Alexander and he's going to join them? Because it's like, I can't join the Hood business, so I'm going to join Seth Rollins' group. Mickey James' old theme song. I'm going to clap. And by the way, My Name is Mayo 3 is now out. Came out today at midnight. I will be buying it and platinuming it, because I have platinum the first two My Name is Mayo games. I believe it is $1.99 for My Name is Mayo 3, so a little bit a dollar more than what it was for the other two, but I'm okay with that.
Look who's here!
And of course, me and Cedric come out as a tag team.
The following contest is a 3-on-2 tag.
And let me guess, the other three get their own separate entrances, don't they?
Well, the disciple has arrived.
And
One of the most dynamic athletes in WWE, now
yep.
under the learning.
Why can't every time I'm at a tag team, why can't I get my own damn entrance? It's Ali! And if you watch Video Game Dad, I usually kind of make a comical joke when he's been in the tag team. Like when it was him and Big E, I called him Ali and the Gene.
182 pounds, Mustafa Ali.
We got his ass stomped tonight on Raw. And here comes the youngest United States champion in WWE history. It's Austin motherfucking Theory. So this is what happens when I decide not to join Seth Rollins and his group. I get to team up with Cedric Alexander. I'm okay with that. I think Mr. Jones has joined us now. How is MIB headquarters tonight, Mr. Jones? You what? Well, once this match is over, I'll tell you what happened on Raw tonight, because there was something crazy happened on Raw tonight. I already talked about it earlier, but I want to get your take on it, obviously. It played on TV, but this is why a lot of people think it's legit. WWE issued a statement about what happened. And WWE rarely, as you know, doesn't really issue statements when somebody somebody leaves, takes the ball and go home. I kind of compared it to when Stone Cold did it when he did with when he was going to face Lesnar on TV. Well, in case you're just joining us and you didn't hear what happened on Raw tonight, the original main event was supposed to be Asuka versus Becky Lynch versus Naomi versus Sasha Banks versus Doudrop versus Nikki Ash. But Sasha Banks and Naomi took their bags and went home, more or less. So it went from being a 6-woman match to Asuka versus Becky Lynch in the main event. So I kind of feel sorry first off for Doudrop and Nikki Ash because they lost the main event match. So I feel sorry for them and the fans of Doudrop and Nikki Ash because people may have wanted to see them. They do have fans out there, as many people may not want to hear. Cat Lady 77 said Raw sucked. Well, WWE's been bad for a while, but the cage match was good. I enjoyed Lashley and Omos. That was fun. And Asuka won, winning with the green mist. But Becky cheated first, so tit for tat there. But this is what WWE issued the statement of for Sasha Banks and Naomi. If you did not read it yet or haven't got a chance to, absolutely hated the whole events unfold, how the events unfolded. I agree, Cat Lady there. When Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were informed of the participation in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. During the broadcast, which I'm going to presume happened right during the first match between Lashley and Omos in the cage, they walked into WWE Head of Talent Relations John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on his desk, and walked out. They claimed they weren't respected enough as tag team champions, and even though they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, they claimed they were uncomfortable in the ring with two of their opponents. Even though they had matches with those individuals in the past with no consequences. Monday Night Raw is a scripted live TV show whose characters are expected to perform the requirements of their contract. We at WWE will regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. So there's the first thing. I've never seen WWE do that before doing a show, where they actually send out a statement to not only the people who write reports for WWE on websites and everything, but they actually let them put it on Twitter and Facebook, and WWE even put it out on their Twitter before as well, I believe. So there's that. 2, I want to know which 2 opponents it were, because it was Asuka, Becky Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. Out of those 2, which ones made them uncomfortable? I mean, I can understand Doudrop because, she is a big gal. She can, doesn't know her own strength, but she's not as bad as Nia Jax. And I've never heard anything negative about Doudrop from other people, so... But then if Doudrop's one of them, who's the other one? Okay, maybe because of her politics, but she is the face of the women's division, even without the belt, unfortunately. A work. Correct. True. Oh God, Stephanie comes back on TV. That'd be hilarious. By the way, Cat Lady 77 said maybe Lynch and Banks don't like each other, which could be that. Egos. By the way, because I know most of you may not be able to hear Mr. Jones, I'm going to repeat what you said real quick. Mr. Jones believes it's a work because there's been talk and rumors that there will be a 4th person joining the Bloodline, and maybe it's Naomi, which I don't think too many people have mentioned that, so you might be on the money on that one, Mr. Jones. Yeah, I could see that happening, actually, that you think about it, because I'll read that comment in a minute, Judge, when it pops on my phone. Fair enough. Of course, what Mr. Jones is saying, Judge Gamer says, blah, your new subscriber. Caddy says, I think Tommaso Ciampa will be the final member of Edge's faction. We'll get to Judgment Day in a little bit. I'm glad we're getting some people actually talking, though. It's good. What Mr. Jones just said, he thinks that Sasha Banks won't get in trouble because she is one of the higher ups in the women's division for horsewomen. But Naomi will probably get suspended. Kind of like when it was with the Clique back in 90, I think it was 96. Yeah, 96. Nash and Hall left. They couldn't do anything to Shawn Michaels because he was champion, so Triple H felt the punishment. Could be what we see here, more or less. Now, if it's not a work, I'm going to go into where it's not a work realm. I do agree with Naomi and Sasha Banks in the sense of they are the women's tag team champions, and it doesn't feel like they get respected in a way, but you just had a title defense on the last SmackDown against Natalya and Baszler. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Most of it's not Naomi and Banks' fault on this. WWE does not care about the tag team division at all, particularly the women's tag team division, because almost 9 times out of 10 they end up breaking up. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan broke up. You just stuck Natalya and Baszler together for some weird reason. Iconics, yeah, pretty much. For that, personally, I'm going to say this: NXT has more women's tag team than the main roster does. So so there's the other issue. Most of the women's tag team division is in NXT, not the main roster. So there's that problem. So I do agree with Naomi and Banks on that part, but I kind of also agree with WWE. Even if you're mad about it, you should have still at least did the match and made the fans who came to pay to see you two happy, because you may have ruined some kid. Yes, I know someone's going to say code subject to change, but here's the thing: people already bought their tickets. This was advertised as the main event, so you probably had little girls there who love Naomi and Banks, wanted to see them wrestle, and then that happened. So I feel sorry for the fans overall, for the fans of Doudrop, the fans of Nikki Ash, the fans of Banks, and the fans of Naomi, because 2 of them went home. 2 of them got removed from the main event. I feel sorry for their fans right there right off the bat. That's why I feel sorry most of all out of everybody. But I do got to agree with the WWE in the sense you could have still did the match and then afterwards, made your complaints. Now, the rumor is the reason they got upset. Now, this is the rumor part, that Naomi was supposed to win the match by pinning Sasha Banks. I don't know how much. Yeah, Naomi was supposed to win. That's the rumor. Naomi was supposed to win the main event, and she takes on Belair at Hell in a Cell. But that's the rumored part. That's the only thing that everyone agrees is the rumor. Now, it was a 6-woman match. 6 women involved at the same time. Winner faces Belair at the pay-per-view. So I do agree with both sides. It's going to be interesting to see what happens later in the week, if anything comes out of it. Maybe both get suspended, both get stretched. Maybe WWE just says fuck the women's tag team division, which wouldn't be a surprise because ever since the Iconics left, there's been no point. Except in NXT. NXT's doing it correctly. I will admit that. Cat Lady says the women's tag titles has always felt worthless. WWE can care less about that division if there is one every team literally randomly put together. That I agree with. Cat Lady, you got a point there. It does feel like that with the women's tag team division, that they just pick 2 names out of a hat. It'd be like Nikki Cross or Nikki Ash. You're now going to be women's tag team champion with Lacey Evans. Mm-hmm. Correct. I do agree with that. There's been no direction. Well, I hate saying this because somebody said it on Twitter, and I have to kind of agree. Impact Wrestling has more women's tag teams than WWE's main roster has. That's kind of sad. Because it's Impact Wrestling, not known for doing much, but not that well. You know, I do love Impact. Now, before we get back to the match, I do want to say that, well, we're going to get back to the match in a minute. And we're going to discuss the next thing, the rumored fourth member for Judgment Day. Cat Lady believes it's Tommaso Ciampa, and a lot of people believe that as well. But there is now an interesting twist. A rumor's popped up that Finn Balor might be the new member of Judgment Day, and he might just stay as the Demon Finn Balor. Now, me personally, I think it might be good to turn Finn heel, because I always feel like Finn's a better heel than a face, just because, you know, he has that presence where he can be a good heel. He's not a bad face, but I've seen better and I've seen worse. Plus, if you're going to have him join Judgment Day, it would be kind of appropriate if you think about it, because you have Edge, who's pretty much the new Gangrel. You have Damian Priest, who's pretty much the Archer of the group. And then you got Rhea Ripley, who's pretty much now the enforcer, more or less. And then if you put Finn in there, it would really feel like that he could be in Demon all the time. Now, with that being said, I think Ciampa would work better off, because Ciampa's just fucking crazy and psychotic. Well, I'm getting my ass... Oh, no, go ahead. I'm just getting my ass kicked again. Okay. We're going to win this match by count up, probably. Now, Cat Lady, I do want to give again a shout out to Cat Lady. Hopefully you're liking this video and you subscribed and all that if you want. Cat Lady says this: past champions, Rhea Ripley, Nikki Cross, Carmella, and Zelina. I actually don't mind Bliss and Cross. Oh, and how can I forget Natalya and Tamina Snuka, the most worthless team in history? You know what? I gotta agree. Natalya and Tam, we really did feel like were probably one of the worst ones, because it just felt like they gave it to him so Tamina could finally say, "I've won a championship." Honestly enough, that was his first championship, but what made it worse, and I think you and me discussed it when it happened, we didn't mind if they won it, but why did you have him win it on an episode of SmackDown and not at WrestleMania? Because they won it like a few days right after Mania, if I recall. Then Cat Lady says, I see it Judgment Day versus Morgan, Finn Balor, and Styles inside Hell in a Cell. That would be interesting, because I don't think they've ever really done a six-man tag in a cell. I know they've done the Armageddon in a cell, but that was back in the Attitude Era. And we do know that Cody Rhodes and Seth will face off in Hell in a Cell. That would be hilarious, though. I would actually go out of my way to watch that match if they did a six-person mixed tag Hell in a Cell. I would actually say I would go see that personally. And then I would be asking, who's booking this shit? Vince Russo again? As far as for Raw tonight overall, I don't mind the storyline with Theory and Mustafa Ali. Because of the fact that eventually I have a feeling Ali will probably win the U.S. title. Just because of how they're booking it, if they decide to do that. Matt Riddle beating the Uso. I have to talk about this because the ending was just fucking stupid. Riddle wins the match with a small package. That ain't my issue. The issue is Jimmy and Jay were cheating and got caught. My question is this, because I rewinded it. How the fuck did the refs see them cheating? Because where his head was at, there was no way he would have saw one of the Usos helping the other one during the pinfall. So unless he's got x-ray fucking vision, or we're supposed to suspend our disbelief or something, because maybe he saw the rope shake, which I don't think the rope shook that much, I'm not buying that he caught them cheating. No. Sorry, that just made me outraged, because I was like, that made no sense. Ah, shit. There he got tagged in. Boss man slam. All right, Cedric Alexander, come on. I didn't even tag Cedric Alexander. I put a Scott Steiner from WCW. I'm going to do all the work. Cat Lady 77 says, the Usos for sure I think will have the unified tag titles. I think so as well. I think they're building up to where the Bloodline has all the gold until probably next year's Mania, God help us all. Which could be a problem because as somebody who grew up watching wrestling in the 90s, and Mr. Jones, you may know where I'm going with this. One of the biggest problems when you had a faction be so dominant, particularly the NWO, they never really got their comeuppance. And that's the thing I think people forget. Everybody like, oh, the NWO was so great. They were because they made a lot of money merchandise-wise, but if you look at the storylines and the matches, either they lost by disqualification a lot because of interference, B, they won because of interference too much, or even when they lost, the loss really didn't mean anything because they just got the win back the next night or whatever. That's what worries me. That's what worries me with the Bloodline. They really haven't looked weak, and at some point, and as much as I hate saying it, Roman Reigns kind of said it in the promo last week. He's pretty much beaten everybody on the roster except Cody because he hasn't faced Cody yet. But yeah, you pretty much have put everybody in front of Roman, and he's beat them. That's the problem. You don't really have a new main eventer to face Roman, and if Roman's going to leave for a while to take some rest, and this is another problem that everybody's caused with this, you're going to need to build a new main eventer. Now, I will say this. I'm not the biggest Roman Reigns fan. I will defend him on this. He's the only main eventer they've been using the most. And, back in the day, in the 80s, you had Hogan, Savage and Warrior, Ted DiBiase as your four. In the 90s, depending which one you had, it was Hogan and Sting, or Austin, Rock, Taker, and all that. You don't really have that nowadays, so if Roman leaves, hopefully they build up a new main eventer. Also, if he takes time off, if they don't have him lose the belts, please do what you did back in the day. Make the IC title or US Championship mean something again. Because I'm going to say this. Theory just won the belt. I don't know if it would actually mean anything now like it did back in the day. And same with Ricochet being IC champion. I like both those guys. But it feels like the titles don't mean as much anymore for the mid-card titles because WWE doesn't do anything with them. Same with the tag team titles. WWE doesn't do anything with them. They are right now, which is great, but past history has shown they have not. And that's that should show you how old I am. I remember when they meant something. Exactly. Well, yeah. Good point. Now, Cat Lady's giving us some comments. Cat Lady, I want to thank you just before we continue for commenting. I love when people comment on my videos. It makes me smile. I actually have a big old smile while I'm drinking some not Jack Evans, Evan Williams apple. Cat Lady says we need the tag team titles merged into a pair of tag team titles is not enough for tag teams on both shows. She's actually got a point in that because let's see, you have Rated OK Bro, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, who's teaming up with Kevin Owens to beat up Elias. I refuse to call him by that new name. I'm not buying that gimmick. I'm not buying the kayfabe for that. Sorry. Oh, don't you start with that shit. I would have been kicked out of 2 Facebooks because I said I don't buy the kayfabe for that. I'm going to need to give you a noogie. And then on SmackDown, it's the New Day, the Usos, and Sheamus's group. I think that's all the tag teams on the main roster, isn't it? If I might be wrong, I know somebody will comment if I'm wrong, if I'm forgetting any other tag teams. Oh, I forgot one. The Angel Gaza and the other guy, the Latino males, as we like to call them, since they're ripping off the American males. Pretty much. Cat Lady Osa says, I don't know the last time when I saw the U.S. title or IC championship defended on pay-per-view. Should I say premier live event? Okay, I'm going to say this first of all. On this channel, we're never going to call it premier event ever again. We're going to keep calling it pay-per-views because we're old on this channel. I am old. Mr. Jones is old. We're not going to get with the times. We're going to be the old man in his yard cussing out the children going, back in my day, we had to play Atari on Channel 3. Second, when was the U.S. title and IC title defended at a pay-per-view last? Oh God, if that's the case, that's a long time. Some of last year for the IC title, yeesh. Damn, it's some better words. It's been a while since I think they've been both on a pay-per-view. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I agree. We don't. I don't think. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even count pre-shows as a part of the pay-per-view. I count them as like it's Sunday Night Heat, or if you're real old school and remember what WWE used to do in '96, the free-for-all on the pay-per-view channel. Yeah. Oh my God, that's been a while. Cat Lady says Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn ladder match was the last time for me the IC title was relevant. She's got a point though. That was a good little program and a good match. So I agree with that statement. Time to continue on with this story though. Now here's the funny thing. I think I mentioned it earlier in case no one caught it. It looks like, and Kamala's back, looks like she's going to help R-Truth win the 24/7 championship from Dana Brooke. So, yeah, she's back. Apparently, she's mad at Dana Brooke because Dana Brooke ran into her by accident, and Dana Brooke said that, in layman's terms, that she's Kamala's irrelevant now, and oh God, what's her husband? Oh God, Corey Graves is only an announcer because he couldn't cut it in the ring anymore. More or less was her promo. That was tonight on Raw. Yeah, Raw was. I got to say this. Normally, because I actually watched Raw tonight for the first time in a while live because there was no basketball tonight. There was no hockey. I think there was a hockey game tonight, but since my Penguins are out of it, I'm not going to really pay attention to the Stanley Cup Finals. But Raw, to me, I gotta say this. It was a 2 out of 5 show, excluding the Cody Rhodes Seth talk and the main event, which was good. All the problems with it, and the steel cage match that opened the show. The rest of it was just crap. Yeah, you give. I think Seth Rollins said it best. 3 hours is too long, unfortunately. Even he said in a shoot interview somewhere that it needs to go back to 2 hours. I think 2 hours would actually work better because AEW does 2 hours and no complaints. Impact does 2 hours. Nobody really complain about that. Ring of Honor, I think, does it for an hour or so, give or take. NWA does an hour or so. No problems. I think if this was back in the Attitude Era, or even the late 2000s when he was going to the new era, 3 hours could still work because you had, but nowadays 2 hours it needs to go back to two. Let's see. Cat Lady. By the way, I have a cat as well, named Sylvania. She says, "Bone the 24/7 title. Pull Carmella thrown into this crap." Here's the thing. I don't mind the 24/7 title in a way because I do like my goofiness. But at this point, I think it's outlived its usefulness unless R-Truth is the champion, because he really makes that title. He's the only reason that title was relevant because he actually made it work. And when he's in the promos or the storyline for the belt, he makes it work. And when he's not in it, it kind of sucks. I think personally, WWE just needs to drop it and create a WWE Television Championship that is defended on TV every week. And as far as and just make a TV title for the women. That way the women who ain't going to be in the fighting for the women's championship have something to do. And then she says, "I enjoy the Edge promos a lot. Adam definitely knows what to say." Yes, Edge is great on the mic. And LC Benedico, I know you're probably not listening. L hates Edge, but when Edge speaks, you listen. It's kind of like, okay, I'll be honest. I love The Miz. We know this. Personally, when Miz talks, I listen, because when Miz is on the mic, you listen to what he says because you know you're going to hate him for it. Judge Gamer says, "Hello, bro." Hello, Judge Gamer. Hope you're having a good night tonight. Seth Rollins says on Twitter, "Until now, I have not said the aggressor's name, but to defeat threats, you have to identify them." I see you, Doug Barrett 619, and I will not forget what you have done. I haven't done anything. I just beaten up Murphy, Mustafa Ali, and Austin Theory, which I'm going to say this as record. I find it funny in my eyes, they're a tag team, but in real life they're feuding. Oh, by the way, in case, because you've been at work today, if you have the game on PS4 or PS5, don't forget to let the update happen, because they added the My Rise characters to normal mode. You can use an Expedition, GM mode, and Universe mode, I believe. So you can play as King Booker now. Old school Shawn Michaels, Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, and all that good shit. Yeah, I still need the NWO thing. Wah. Alright, well, let's see the story progress. We have... Where's the beef? Road to WrestleMania, and, well, we got one more... We got a lot of heel shit to do. Oh, good lord. Well, before we enter the Royal Rumble, let's talk to Brent, and we're going to beat up Otis because he ate all my pizza.
MVP has been trying to get the crew to follow a dress code of wearing.
Oh no, it's MVP. Apparently, I have to beat up MVP because he wants a dress code. Now wait a minute. I'm old school. I believe if you're a champion, you should always wear a suit and tie. But then yet again, I'm old. I grew up on the Four Horsemen when they did it. Judge Gamer says, "Bun the 24/7 championship." Cat Lady says, Belair, because I always screw up her first name, is my favorite female wrestler at the moment. They have used her fairly decent on the main roster. Yeah, Bianca Belair. I can never say her name half the time. I apologize for that, but I have a speech problem. I sound like Pokey Pig. That's all, folks. Not really. The stream's continuing, but I've said before I have a speech impediment. Oh, God. No comment. Oh, my Dungaroos fell over. Get back up here, Dungaroos. I'm going to eat you later. One thing I don't like about my rise, I'm the United States champion, but I only come out with it if I'm defending the belt. And it hurts. By then, I'll probably be done with my rise since I already completed it on PS5. I'm somewhat still doing it on PS4 for streams. Now, of course, I did. If you want to know my opinion about the Evil Dead game, because I did stream that, go watch that stream last night. We'll probably do more Evil Dead videos in the weeks and months to come. Oh, MVP, yes. Now, I love MVP's theme song in the game. One of my favorites. I wish it was his older one, though, when he first came out, going, "I'm coming." Because I used to sing that thing in high school and college a lot. I'm honest here. Back when MVP first debuted, I liked him, but not because of his character, but because of his theme song, and that he looked like a Power Ranger. He still kind of does dress like a Power Ranger. But I mean that in a good way. You know what I mean when he's wearing his MVP outfit athletic thing? Remember when it was purple and silver? Yeah, that was a... I think everybody agreed he was dressed as a Power Ranger, but he could have pulled it off. But what makes me sad in a way, and this is one of my other problems with WWE, and I'm going to use Ronda Rousey here as an example. I like Ronda Rousey as a wrestler, but she is terrible on the mic. She needs a manager. The problem is there's only 2 managers in the WWE. MVP and Paul Heyman. They have no face managers. I know Paige said on Twitter she would like to come back to WWE and be Ronda Rousey's manager. But she didn't do that good when she was with Asuka and the other one. Yeah. By the way, apparently Ric Flair is going to have one more match this year. He's going to have his retirement match this year again. Apparently him and Jay Lethal have been training together, so Jay Lethal, thank you for the fuck up we're about to see. Well, anything was better than Undertaker versus Goldberg. Good lord, that match was terrible at Saudi Arabia. That match would have been terrible if they first did it when Goldberg came to the company. Well, no, that match actually would have been a little bit better then. Oh shit, MVP's actually fighting me back. MVP, if I agree with you, when you're a champion, you need to wear suits because it makes you look good. So CM Punk wouldn't like me. It's time to go for the hamburger over. No, that's right. I called it. It's the pizza over. AKA the Harlem Hangover. And every time I hear them say "sucker," I just cry a little inside.
Oh no! From behind. Oh boy! Choke slam. Face first. And MVP is wavering here.
Hulk Hogan, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you. I'm not gonna finish that because I'm not getting in trouble. Yeah. You know, I will say, I actually have that promo saved on my phone.
Perhaps the perfect match. Never any doubt in this win.
An absolute statement by the victor here tonight. What a steamrolling.
I don't know, but it's one of my favorite promos between that and then when Mean Gene Oakland's doing an interview and he says, "Fuck it." Scott Steiner doing math. Okay, my favorite promo of all time, there's 2 of them. The first one is when Owen Hart won the King of the Ring and he was declaring himself the King of Hearts. But my favorite promo, just for the sheer stupidity of it and funniness of it, I have to go with Scott Steiner's math promo from TNA. That, to me, is the most hilarious promo, and I watch that promo every day to laugh. Between that and then Lex Luger when he says, "Can you afford to pay me, Ron? I don't know." DX.
Hearing that Otis wanted a late night snack and devoured everything catering.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I think Supersonics fans got pissed at that. Yes, they did. By the way, don't forget if you're a basketball fan, the NBA draft lottery is tonight on ESPN at 8 o'clock. I will be watching that to see who gets their pick. By the way, I am very happy the Mavericks have a chance to win the NBA championship. Woohoo on that. And now I'm going to beat up Otis because he stole my pizza. You never mess with a Total's pizza, damn it. Hey, it's the Alpha Academy versus the Alpha Academy in a way.
What are you expecting from this superstar tonight, guys? Well,
He did say earlier that he's
Oh god, that was a bad idea. I ran right at him and he gave me a buddy over there. Oh god.
he also
I would have stopped it.
made the competition beg for mercy.
well, unfortunately for him, he's facing Otis tonight.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss the old Otis.
dit.
That's because you're a simple man, Saxton. This Otis is an upgrade in every conceivable way.
You know who didn't have any good promos? Psycho Sid.
Natural ability, and now he's leveled up into one of the most intimidating superstars on the roster. Working over the midsection, attacking those ribs and organs.
Tough position to be caught in here. Right to the throat.
Let's see. We have a new comment from Smurf. Did the DLC come out yet? If not, when? Okay. The first DLC already came out already, and today's update was for the characters that were in My Rise and all of that you could only face them, and then they added those 7 wrestlers as free DLC that are automatically going to be on your roster. You don't have to download them or anything. As for the next DLC, I don't think the next main one comes out till June. I could be wrong on that, but the Most Wanted one, I think that comes out in June. You know, I have seen the stuff for the Boogeyman, and all that already, but I think it comes out in June. Today's update was not for that, I don't believe. But again, I could be wrong. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm a Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan living in the state of Virginia. But at least the good thing is I'm not a Cincinnati Reds fan. Hey, they will be made fun of every video I get because of what they did Sunday. Period. Now, it's supposed to come out today. If the Most Wanted one's supposed to come out today, then it probably won't come out till 12 p.m. officially, like the last one did. Because I know I wasn't able to get Rikishi and all them till like 12 p.m. that day. So you probably may have to wait till Tuesday afternoon, most likely. But to make sure I am correct on that one, Smuff and everyone watching, I'm going to type it in just to make sure that they actually give a date. Because sometimes DLC comes out at midnight and then others it's in the afternoon. Okay, I actually got the release pointed up now. Okay, yeah, it comes out May 17th, which it is technically now, but it's probably going to be in the afternoon if it's not already available. Okay, that's why I got confused. So after this, the next pack comes out June 7th. That's why I was getting confused. And of course, if you want to know, Cactus Jack, the Boogeyman, and Vader will probably be my theory. Excuse me. So probably sometime in the afternoon, I'm going to presume Smurf. Um, that means I get more cards for my faction mode. Hooray! The most bullshit fucking mode in the game. I thought it was going to be out midnight here. I'm going to ask a weird question, Smurf. Where are you at? Because I live in the state of Virginia. I won't say where exactly, but...
Stomping away. Hooked him up. High angle belly to back suplex. So much for leveling up. Otis got it taken to
New Jersey.
No
Ah!
need to panic. He's still swinging. Otis running into some trouble here.
But Otis can't allow this to hinder him.
I'll be honest, the only things I know about New Jersey is the fact of the Nets used to be there until they moved. And the New Jersey Islanders. I do have a few friends who live in New York, though, so...
Uh-oh, second rope.
Best moonsault ever.
That might have been the best moonsault ever.
Remember, if anybody asks if I gave my fat guy a moonsault, I grew up on Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow. The end.
Nothing Otis can do after that.
I want to hit another moonsault. Let me hit another moonsault. Some are born to fly. That's what you get for eating my pizza.
Yeah, he's got to surmount this. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner,
Believe it or not, it's just me. Oh, that reminds me. There will be a game that comes out, I believe it's next month, that I will be playing on the channel, or at least do a take a look at. It is this DC Multiverse game. It is a 2-on-2 fighting game, kind of in the style of Super Smash Brothers. The trailer came out for today, a new one. It had Bugs Bunny, Batman, Instant Shaggy, Tom and Jerry, Taz, Harley Quinn. I do kind of find if I believe it is in June. I might be wrong again on that. I remember sometimes I am wrong. I admit that I can be wrong because I'm an idiot. Where's the beef? It's at Wendy's. Oh God! Remember WrestleMania 2 when they had that old lady from the Wendy's commercial there? That was funny. Nah, I'm a heel. What a heel. Oh, now I can actually go other places. Okay. So let's see. We have two new stories. We can either take on Kane or Hubigo. And we still got the Royal Rumble. I might have to make the Royal Rumble a whole damn thing because that's going to be annoying. Because I have a feeling it's going to screw me. You're going to be at number 1. Believe it or not, it's just me. I miss G4. I also miss Deadliest Warrior, if anybody remembers that TV show. Oh, looks like we can talk to Mark Thomas, too.
With today's technology, I can watch wrestling anywhere. At home, when I'm out on the toilet. Come on, everyone does it.
So I have to beat Ricochet in 5 minutes. 3 minutes? Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? 3 minutes and we're out of here. The clock is ticking. Yeah, I do too. I liked 3 Minute Warning. I thought that was a good tag team. They should have had the tag titles once. If they were still alive, both of them, they would probably be with the Bloodline. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't say, hey, we need Rosie in the game. We can bring back 3-minute warning just once. I'd be okay with that. Give me the theme song, too. But you can leave Rico out of it. Yeah, but I always had him. I was more. Oh, you every time. I can't talk. I always just to keep imagining him as with Billy and Chuck. Yep, time to beat up Ricochet. It's the U.S. champion versus the IC champion. Who will win?
He's not someone who will rest on his laurels. He never has been, and that dedication is what puts him in position to win tonight.
Don't forget, My Name Was Mayo 3 comes out today. So if it's not already out, it's going to be $1.99. And I will probably be platinuming it because I have the first two. So get ready to slap a jar of mayonnaise a lot, and then take a jar of mayonnaise for a walk.
Oh my goodness!
From the ground up.
You know one person I'm mad who's not in this game and he's not in the DLC, the British Bulldog. Yeah. Yeah.
This offense causing Ricochet to wind down, and Ricochet needs to create separation. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Yeah, they didn't use him at all.
This match off the mat now. He's got the target acquired. Just a matter of moments from the top rope. Ricochet just so unpredictable. And responsible.
Yeah, isn't that great? You debut for in a dark match.
A belly suplex.
Hard impact in the corner.
Directly to the body. Scissors kick. Sucker. And now the pressure.
He did. It was acceptable in the 90s.
And around we go.
Swinging side effect. Flipping same time.
Time to hit the spear. Time to hit the spear. Spear, 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 spear. And now it's time for the hamburger drop. And we beat Ricochet with about 2 minutes left, a little bit time left to spare. What a heel! And now I'm listening to Randy Orton's theme song. I hear voices in my head and they tell me to go get some cotton candy. Sadly everything is closed. You're gonna burn in my light. Hey! They could bring that song back just for once. And that's the thing I want to say in general. Is it just me or does most of the theme songs in WWE suck? I blame Cincinnati. Alright, what does Tasha Meadows want me to do?
It's no secret that I have a soft spot for the more mean-spirited competitors on the
Oh, I get to face Angelo Dawkins in a DQ match because she wants me to beat him up on her birthday. Well, that's as good as a reason as any to beat somebody up. Be like, hey Angelo, nothing personal, but this fine-looking mamacita told me to kick your ass on her birthday, so I'm going to do that. And we should check to see what's going on in the world of sports today while we get this match loaded in a no DQ match. By the way, everybody, Mr. Jones is going to go to White Castle after he gets off work and get all of his hamburgers. Yay!
This is going to be good.
Oh, then fuck White Castle for not doing 24 hours anymore. Because here's the thing: there's no White Castles in the state of Virginia. I've not found a single one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring,
Oh, my Orioles lost tonight to the Yankees. Boo.
weighing in at 275 pounds. The total package, Doug Barrett.
Here's a person who wanted to go from
Doug is sad now.
from auditions on stage to battles in the ring. So he flipped the script and he's looking to throw down.
The response to his career transition was initially somewhat negative, but he's
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that as much as possible. All right, so there was no hockey games on Monday, but there are two on Tuesday: Lightning and Panthers, and Blues and Avalanche. And then Wednesday, it's the other ones: Rangers, Hurricanes, Oilers, Flames. Of course, on the NBA tonight after the lottery will be the Celtics and the Heat. Oh, it's time to get the smoke, which I never knew what that meant when they first started using it.
time for the party, boys.
But unlike Paul Morton, I actually asked what the hell it meant. What the? Oh god, this is okay. Like, remember how I said I was playing my faction mode earlier today? Yeah, I got a new card when I opened up because I was able to buy the WrestleMania Backlash pack. I bought one of those packs. The only wrestler that was in it was Angelo Dawkins,
Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in
and he's an overall 69.
60 pounds.
Giggity.
This matchup is treacherous. Both competitors enter with no absence of malice. It's about inflicting maximum punishment.
You have to create your own opportunity.
They do have daily challenges. It doesn't matter what card you use for them. But every card has a certain number of matches they can do, and you have to add more. You have to use your contracts to give them more matches. Once they're out of once the contract hits 0, you either can't use them anymore, or you have to buy more contracts to give them more match dates. I agree. Right now, as far as for the men, my main 4 men ones are AJ Styles, Ministry Undertaker, Andre the Giant, and Umaga. The Outlaws. I can't really think of a creative name, okay? Still waiting on my Most Wanted DLC. Yeah, it's probably going to be available sometime in the afternoon today, is my guess, guys.
Yeah, but he's not breathing heavy yet. Taste of pain.
So I'd probably say check the PSN store Tuesday around 12 o'clock.
He leaves the ring and there's no countouts in
Give
this.
me a table. Yes, we're going to put Angelo Dawkins through a table.
Of all the toys underneath the ring, he just had to go with the one that ensures splinters.
Dawkins' attack gets reversed. Textbook body
Same here, because that's because of the brand I picked. Black Ryan says, do you have PS5? I actually have PS5 and PS4. I'm one of the lucky ones. That's how I'm able to play this, because on PS5, I bought the physical deluxe edition of the game. And when you buy the deluxe edition, you actually get the PS4 version for free as well. So we're streaming this on the PS4 because my PS5 for some reason, even with the new internet, I haven't really done a test stream with it yet. Mostly because I haven't really thought of a game to stream.
consecutive attacks keeping Dawkins off his game.
You blocked my mist, you son of a bitch. But I'll probably be, when I get back on PS5, probably tomorrow morning, I'll probably be getting back to Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Tearing down the leg now.
Black Rain says, I got PS5, I sold my PS4. Well, I know most people did. I think because I'm so old school, I keep all my old consoles. I don't sell any of them. I still got my PS1 and my PS2. Got the 3 still. Got my Genesis and Dreamcast. Still got an Atari system. Got a friend of mine for Christmas got me a GameCube, which kind of funny. That is my first ever Nintendo product. Because I'll be honest, as a kid, I grew up with Atari, and then Sega was my next one. Because I still wish I had a Sega Saturn. That's the only thing I don't have in my collection. Time to do a moonsault. Thank you, Vader, and Bam Bam Bigelow. But I hope everyone who's commented so far has had a good night. Oh, whoops, sorry. Wrong button, wrong button. That is my fault. Apparently it kind of, that was my fault, on that one. I will add you when I can get a chance. If you sent me a friend request. I don't know why it went into review. I did not hit the review button. Gotta love when the damn stupid thing breaks like a piece of shit. So my bad on that, Black Panther. Alright, I will add you when the stream is over, my friend. Sorry about that. I hate when my phone on occasions. It's a piece of crap. Oh, looks like I can talk to Robin now. Is this how I met your mother?
I had the Viking Raiders on the podcast, and we did a segment about the current Raw roster.
Alright, so it looks like the next match is against the Viking Raiders. Is that really all I can do, though? Is the match against the Viking Raiders? I don't feel like doing that. Alright, we're gonna do this one. Happy birthday to the goat. Don't think that will ever happen. Okay. Ah, yes, this one. Looks like the loser of the match has to wear a chicken mask. Now, of course, Tuesday night, guys, I'll probably sometime after halftime of the Celtics Heat game, I'll probably be getting on. We'll probably get back to Bayonetta 1, finish that Let's Play up. We'll get close to it. Might get back to Evil Dead as well for a bit on that. Wednesday, we'll be heading back to Ghost of Tsushima. Thursday, we'll be doing our crazy zany Royal Rumble match, because Mr. Jones is off on that day. And we'll probably get back to My Rise again on Thursday. But we're going to do this storyline first before we go. By then, we know the DLC will be out.
Oh, yeah, I like this guy.
Of course, I'm back to being a heel, so that means I'm only loved in America. I don't believe no one has yet, no. I think it's supposed to come out at afternoon today.
Here is a great star with a ton of potential. A graceful...
Thank you for the subscribing, Black Ryan. I hope you have having a good night and all that. I hope everyone's having a good night tonight. We're going to hit this guy with the hamburger drop. Yeah, I feel like the storyline's kind of ripping off Jericho and Perry Saturn, where the loser had to wear a dress for so many days. By the way, in case somebody's wondering why I pretty much they go to yellow so quickly, my character's already at the highest overall you can get in the game in my rise. This game is way better than 20. Well, that's no joke, Blake Ryan. I've been saying that wrong the entire time. Crap. Sorry about that. Shows you my brain ain't working. But then yet again, I would say WWE Crush Hour is better than 2K20. The camera angle in the ring looks bigger. That I agree with. Saying the name wrong for the last few minutes. I apologize about that, Ryan. It's the pizza over. We told you to get up. Time for the spear. Spear, 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 spear. Oh, if you're fans of Rhino, go! And here comes the hamburger drop. Oh, he reversed it. Oh dear, this could be... That they do. Okay. That was weird. That game kind of got weird there. When you bust the head open, they bleed different spots. Yeah, I kind of do wish I like the old PS2 games when you bust it open though and they just bleed it everywhere. Over their face. Let's end this match by submission. Screw it, I'm good. How was that a rope break, ref? Stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Now get ready to work for Kentucky Fried Chicken because I'm putting you in a chicken mask. No, we're not going to do KFC because I still hate KFC. No, he's going to be dressed as a Popeye's chicken. Next update, they need to have new Raw Arena in the game, the Raw logo on the barricade. Wanted to reverse mass merch, and I wanted to save the WWE from seeing his stupid face. You're welcome, WWE. Ah, yes, the good old na 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 na. Oh, we actually got 32 comments tonight. Wow, doing good there. Go money talks. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar, dollar. Jean, jean, bling, bling, pocket, pockets. I can't sing to save my life. By the way, Blake Brown, I subscribed to your channel as well. In my own phone, success in my blood, corn homegrown. Teach them trot your own. Money, crazy money. I don't want to link you, Papa. I cannot sing Shane McMahon's theme song to save my life. I'm going to stop singing because my singing's terrible. Simon Cowell be like, Simon Cowell like, you're terrible. It's an X. And of course, if it was the original American Idol cast, I'd be like, yo, dog, you're terrible, dog, but I still like you, dog, but it's going to be a no from me, dog. Why is William Regal on AEW? Because he's no longer in WWE and he still wants to be a part of the business, I guess. So he went to AEW. MJF is signing with WWE. He's been wanting to get out of his contract. He's unhappy in AEW, but I don't know if that's a walk or not.
You're right about those things, Cole, but unfortunately, potential doesn't pay the bills. Can Carrillo turn it around?
It's Super Chicken. Babak. What worries me if MJF goes to WWE, he'll probably get a lot of money. But I don't know if they would change how he is or change how he does promos or anything. That is the one thing I've noticed a lot with WWE over being a fan for years. It's like anytime somebody comes from another place, they change how they were in from the other company, excluding a few people here and there.
He wants to show exactly why here tonight.
I've seen some wild matches over the years in WWE, but never anything quite like this. Ladies and gentlemen,
Now I want to go to Popeyes for some reason. Sadly, there's always...
Alberto Carrillo and his opponent have said some pretty ugly things to each other, but it can't get any uglier than this chicken mask.
anything's possible with these.
Ironically enough, this is not the first time we've had a chicken mask in a match. If anybody remembers the old Smack... I think it was one of the older SmackDown vs. Raw games against Santino. You ended up dressing like a chicken.
Suplex. He's not going to be able to pull this off, is he? Is he?
Double underhook.
See, Ryan says... I don't care what anybody says, The Last of Us 2 would be better than the first one, always. Nothing wrong with that, we all have opinions. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Last of Us fan. Well, I get why they're both popular, but they're just want my thing. I'll stick to Resident Evil and Dying Light and all that. Oh, he's actually trying to win the match already.
Still has enough energy for the simple kick out.
Mistiming with that springboard.
I'll read those comments in a minute. No, there's been articles on there that he's signing with WWE. They already offered him a load of money. Yeah, but his contract's not up with AEW till I believe 2024. So even if they want to sign him, they have to wait till his contract expires, because I don't really think AEW is going to let him out of the contract.
From behind. Oh boy. Reverse choke slam. Face first. He's starting to struggle here.
And hanging tough, but beginning to show some wear and tear. I'm going to think about picking up the pace a bit.
I don't know how the mist works when he's wearing a mask. And this time, instead of going for the hamburger drop, we're going to go for the boss man slam. We win. I'm the winner. I did a win-win. So I was playing Goofy's Funhouse today on PS1. I just really hoping for my faction mode they gave Vader a good overall. I mean, he is a former multi-time world champion in WCW. That's 2 wins in a row, Chicken Man. Oh, Angel Gaza even likes the new look. You know, they're partners now in real life. So it looks like we got a tag team match. Player, holla, holla, holla. They got along here. Well, I listened to WCW Eddie Guerrero's theme. Bum, 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 bum. Because we know with Raw tonight, what everything happened there. Resident Evil 3 Remake, the game was short. That I will agree with, because I Let's Played that for the channel. We did it on the hardest difficulty, and it felt like they left a lot of things on the cutting room floor. I don't know if that was because it was so concentrated on Resident Evil 8 that they just wanted to get all 3 out quick and all that, or maybe people complained about RE2's being too long. Granted, I loved RE2 personally. And I like the RE3 remake, but I will say out of the remakes they've done for Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, 3's probably the worst one out of all of them.
The total package. Tom Barrett and Angel Garza.
If they don't wait for the contract to be up, what will happen? Well, remember what happened with Mike Arson when he jumped from ECW to WCW? He was still under contract with ECW at the time and the world champion. So they kind of did a no-no. You know, that was kind of a different situation and all that, but I think it would go to court then because they can't sign him until his contract's up. It's kind of like with an NBA player or NFL player. Once you sign a contract to that team, you're there until they either trade you or cut you. And unfortunately for MJF, the only way he can get out of his contract if he asks for it and they release him, or what probably going to happen if he is really upset and wants to leave, AEW would do what WWE's done and just send him home with pay. But again, I think MJF complaining is a walk because he's super into kayfabe and everything. And that's what I think as well with MJF. I think he's doing it because he stays in his character on Twitter and at meet and greets and everything. He never breaks character. Which I think that might hurt him in WWE because of the fact that WWE ain't going to want to do with that when he's supposed to go to these charity things and all that, or Rachel Gonzalez, her stepdad is Giant Gonzalez. I looked it up. Yes. Thank God she's got more talent than her stepdad. It's Ricochet and the superhuman chicken. Oh, what the why the hell was I running after Ricochet? I'm trying to beat up the chicken man. That works for Popeyes because we don't believe in KFC on this channel. Hashtag bring back potato wedges. Yes, Mr. Jones, I'm still not going to forgive him. I will never forgive them. Yeah, I'll put it like this. The day KFC brings back the potato wedges, I'll say something nice about Roman Reigns. And I'll say something nice about Kirk Cousins. And I'm going to say this because in case if you're new to the channel, we will be doing a fantasy football thing again. Me and Mr. Jones, Video Game Dad, where we get players and who are on our team. But this year, he can't pick his Colts and I can't pick the Cowboys. We're stuck with whatever random team we get for one another. And if I get Kirk Cousins as my quarterback, I'm going to be pissed off. If I get Big Ben, I'd be okay with that because I think I can actually win with Big Ben. Yeah, that was probably the greatest thing in history. No one picked Big Ben in this past season. If that's the case, I would laugh. We're beating up Ricochet. Well, usually when they do that, I don't get hit. Ow. Oh, Spanish. Ow.
Spanish fly, are you kidding me? Incredible.
They,
Hoping to end it here.
they could.
This deep into the match, and he's able to kick out before a 1 count. It's stunning. Broken clothesline. Big boot. The end is looming now. Maybe just stay down, man.
Time for the spirits. Hope they don't reverse it this time. And just like Scott Steiner did back before, when he was in WCW, I did all the work. Sorry, Hector Garza, you don't get to come in, but you get to celebrate the win with me. Ryan says, of course they had Ronda Rousey beat her with a roll-up, LOL. Yeah, I had a feeling they wanted to still make her look strong, but not have Ronda lose the belt. So they probably did that as well. Hey, look, Ronda's still champion, but she was so close to losing the title to Raquel, which I probably butchered that name. No, I'm sure Braun Strowman screwed it up when they went. Well, you know I'm going with that. I did, but they kept it quiet. Braun Strowman, granted Strowman's insane on Twitter right now because he's promoting that control your narrative crap. Alright, story complete. We have unlocked all those shit. I'm not commenting on that, Mr. Jones. Alright, so we're going to do one more match before we head off for the night, and that's we're going to take on the Viking Raiders.
I had the Viking Raiders.
That means the next time we do My Rise, we'll probably be doing the Kane storyline while I piss off Kane and The Undertaker. And then we'll be going to the Royal Rumble. I have a feeling I'm going to get screwed and end up being number 1 because Seth Rollins hates me. I just realized something. A cat lady brought it up earlier. There's not enough tag teams. Did the Viking Raiders get demoted to NXT? Oh my god. But they're pretty boys from UK, I think, now.
This guy is ready for a fight.
The following contest is a handicap
That they do.
match. Making his way to the ring from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
You look so good to me. I actually do remember Billy and Chuck's theme song. For some reason or another, I can remember that theme song. I don't know why. Probably because you can make the argument you could play it at a wedding.
And his opponents,
Same with Mike Kanellis' theme song. Here's to the greatest love I am. And you know that storyline they put him in with his wife was stupid because he pretty much got cock blocked every fucking second.
Never be able to even the odds. Sure, it's a tall order, but don't underestimate what confidence can do. Remember, in order to achieve, you have to believe.
You know what's funny is every time I go to a pizza place, I always play that song. Here's to my greatest love, pizza.
If you can't see the massive
Because I'm single.
treading all over their opponent.
It could be the Honky Tonk Man's WCW theme song, which no one remembers because it sucked. Yeah, it was when Hulk Hogan went there, and you know, Hulk Hogan brought all his buddies and shit. Yep. Time for Fat Boy to fly. Okay, I wanted to fly, but okay, I'll do that too. Referee, let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him. You know, hey, I actually get to say one nice thing though about Baron Corbin, since we know I'm not his. I hate him too. Since they added to where he's back in his King Corbin outfit, I actually get his theme song, which I actually liked his theme song when he was Baron Corbin and King Corbin. And that's the nicest thing I can say about Baron Corbin.
What's he gonna do here? Oh, that hurt. An overbearing amount of offense against Eric here. Every form of
He is, but in today's update, they added all the wrestlers that you would face in My Rise that you couldn't play as. So you got normal Alexa Bliss, Shinsuke Nakamura, King Booker now. You have old Shawn Michaels, King Corbin now, and T-Ball back when he was in his NXT gimmick. No. He's still in the game, but now you can actually, and I tested this all and I laughed. You can actually have Happy Corbin versus King Corbin. That's a completely different outfit and all that, if that helps. And I win. No. He kicked out of the hamburger. What the fuck?
He's got to be running on instinct alone. A new strategy is needed right about now if that couldn't end things. Belly to belly suplex.
The good news is you met an NFL cheerleader. The bad news is they're for the Washington Commanders.
Eric fires back. Eric able to take a stand there. But Eric has the push. Now, while there's an opening.
And Eric can't stop any offense coming his way. But Eric can't allow this burst to hinder him. Hits him with the counter.
Kick to the body and a giant wizard. Will it be? I think so.
Yay. Ah.
This match continues.
Tag is made, and here we go.
Yeah, if the Turtles game is out by then, we could both.
Stopping the ref's count at 2.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take.
I just lost my train of thought. Shit.
He is getting shredded apart right now. Training, strategizing, and execution. It's all coming together right now.
The stomp in every single part of his body. This match may be nearing its limit. He can really stand to get back.
Oh, fuck. I just got hit with the Viking Raiders signature. Uh-oh. Could I lose a match? It's been a while since I've lost on this game.
He gets sent down to the floor.
Buckle up, this is gonna hurt.
How'd that go?
Still going.
Beats the Madron.
He fucked right. Oh, nice. So I'm laughing because I can't remember which Viking Raider it was. He came. I threw him out of there and beat up his partner. His partner's stunned. He comes back into the ring and walks right into the Boss Man Slam.
I agree, Corey. A huge victory tonight.
He's like, I'm going to get back in the ring now while you're attacking my partner. Boss Man Slam. Ah, fuck. Boss Man Slam. Boss Man Slam. Except we don't call it the Boss Man Slam when Abyss does it. We call it, what do we call it? We call it, a Black Hole Slam. Scott said L game. We don't speak about her. She's a. We don't speak about Jada Pinkett Smith. She's a harlot. That's all I gotta say now. I'm sure everyone's gonna be like, "That's mean." Pretty bad, because I'm usually nice. I don't usually call anyone that. That you do. Alright guys, so that is going to do it though for the stream tonight, guys. So next time we come back to My Rise, we'll be doing the storyline against Kane. And then, well, it would be time to enter the Royal Rumble. Or if you watch New Legacy Inc., the Warriorst of Rumbles, as they like to call it. But until then, I hope everyone has a good night. See you Tuesday night for when we get back to Bayonetta. And have a happy and safe week.